Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and in this video I want to talk to you guys just a little bit about Paragon boards. If you're a newer player that just got to 50 and you unlock the Paragon board, you open it up, you're like, what is this? Where do I need to go to study scientific university degree of astronomical yes, I can't even think of what to think about. But basically look at this tree. This is a lot of stuff. If you're a newer player, you get all that. There's all these little buttons to click. Well, which one do you click? So I don't have the end all be all answer for you guys, but I am here to make it a little bit easier for you. Once you get to 50, you'll unlock it exactly like this. You'll start on your starting board. Everybody has more or less the same starting stuff over here. It's just going to be closer to your class and everything. So these might all differ, but everyone's looks like this in the beginning. It's just the nodes will do different things. And how this works is you got to click one of these nodes, so you get your Paragon points at level 50, and then you get 4 per level. So each time you hit one of these little breakpoints here, you get another Paragon node, and then once you ding to the next one, so 4 Paragons per level. It does make it a little bit nicer on the grind, so it feels like you're getting more. You don't have to wait until the end of your level to actually get all 4 points at once, so you get them each time you hit a little breakpoint over there. But back to the Paragon tree, also pressing A brings it up. I'm not sure about controller, but A on keyboard and PC will bring it up for you. So the Paragon board starts over there, and then you can't get everything. I have some friends that play Diablo, like from Diablo 3, for example. The Paragon there, you would usually buy Paragon 800. You'd have all of the things taken, and then you just put it into main stat, because that's all you could get after that level. But this works a little bit differently. You cannot pick up all these nodes. Unfortunately, I mean, if we could get every single node on the Paragon boards, we would be insanely OP, because the Paragon board is very, really good. Large amount of power increase in the game, and it's much better than RNG like drops and stuff, because it's guaranteed. You just need to level up to get it. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is you need to kind of plan your path. You don't want to just pick up everything because you see all the int nodes, you see all the willpower. You just pick up everything because you think you can get them all. You can't. So let's go through it. I'm going to just walk you guys through my one as a basic. You want to try and path your way up to all the things that you want. Over there, resist all. I'm actually doubting whether resist all is any good, because I have seen some stuff recently. I don't really feel much of a difference with all res, but that will be a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. So let's carry on. I just work my way up here. Non-physical damage. So I'm assuming that means anything that is not physical damage. And since I am a Sorc, pretty much everything I do is non-physical. So fire damage, frost damage, lightning damage, that all would be non-physical damage. Whereas if you were a barbarian, then you would probably be not getting these, as most of your damage on a barbarian is physical bleed and all that kind of stuff. So you'll probably have little ones like that specific to your class, but that's what it means more or less. So we move up there, max and life, pretty self-explanatory, not physical, int. These are just all stats, and then we get to our first little thing over here, is the glyph socket. I'm actually going to take it out to show you guys. So once you unlock it, you come up there and you'll click and you'll get this glyph socket. Now what are glyphs? They are these things over here on the left that drop for you randomly in the game once you hit, I believe, Torment, so World Tier 3, and then obviously higher as well, you will get them to drop. They just drop randomly, and I believe from Nightmare Dungeons has a lot higher chance to drop them. So if you are trying to farm them up, just go run some easy Nightmare Dungeons. But as you can see, these all do many different things. For example, for every 5 willpower purchased within range, you deal 3% increased damage to chilled targets. So that's pretty simple. You put it in, and now every 5 willpower within range, obviously these nodes over there, that is a willpower node. So if I was to click that, then I would get another bonus to it. And as you can see down below there, we are at 5 out of 25 willpower. Once you collect all the nodes to max out the requirements at the bottom, then you get the additional bonus. Enemies deal 13% reduced damage to you for 5 seconds after they are no longer frozen. So that's how you would get that. I'm going to put my node back in there. I run with Adept in there. And as you can see, that's giving you mastery skill damage because I did meet the requirements at the bottom. So for every 5 intellect within range, my mastery skills gain 4.4% increased damage. And then the additional bonus, if it is met, mastery skills have 20% increased area. And then the one at the top will actually scale, because it does say for every 5 intellect within range. And then these glyphs you can actually level up. At the end of Nightmare Dungeons, there's a little thing that pops up and you can start leveling up these glyphs. I'm not sure what maximum level I go to. I'm going to assume 100 or 150, whatever the maximum Nightmare Dungeon is we can get to. And as you can see there, the radius size on this is 3. So that means 3 nodes outwards in every direction. You see there, 1, 2, 3, this little red area. So that's where it's pulling power from all these nodes. But then once we level up to 15, it's going to increase the radius size to 4, I'm assuming. So then it's going to make it go up to this area over here. See, it's just going to go one above all of these. And let's see if I have any more int on this one for a good example. I don't see any more int on this board. Oh, there down below, there, 1, 2. So these 2 ints would then be added. So then I would get 4.4% more increase on my mastery skill damage, as it's then actually pulling from these int nodes as well. So you got to keep that in mind when you go further down and you get to more glyph sockets, and you've got to pull from nodes and stuff. So you got to try and, because you can see each board around the glyph socket, there's usually there's some things that are more. So like this one, for example, is a dex heavy board, is how we like to call it. This is the burning instincts board for the Sork, and this is a dex heavy board around the glyph socket. And then if we come down to this one is a willpower heavy one, as there's a lot of willpower stuff, and you see the blue nodes are usually also willpower or whatever corresponds to that node area. Because once I level up this glyph, like I was telling you guys in Nightmare Dungeons, then the area is going to expand and we're going to actually hit that willpower. So we'll get much bigger bonuses from that, as it's going to be pulling more willpower. This one, for example, is actually a little bit different. So this one grants 50% bonus to all rare nodes within range. So rare nodes are these yellow ones. That's going to grant a 50% bonus to them. And right now I don't actually have any of them in range. But once I level that glyph up, then both of these will be affected. I don't actually take that one, but just as an example, you'll see that one, then I will get, well, 50%. So that's going to be another 10% along with the 5% on the intellect. So a nice little boost over there. And then this one, what does this one do? Dealing damage. This is vulnerable. This is one that pretty much everybody uses. Exploit. For every 5 dexterity purchase within range, you deal 2.2% increased damage to vulnerable targets. And if you made the additional one, you dealing damage to vulnerable enemy increases your damage by 1% for 6 seconds up to 10%. So that stacks really good. And then the dex on this there's quite a bit of dex up there. So once we level it up, there's actually going to be a lot of dex around to pick up and boost. There's dex over there, dex there, dex there. There's a lot of dex to actually dex this out, if you know what I'm saying. So that is really all I can tell you about, guys, about Paragon, as well as maybe the legendary nodes. Each board, let me show you guys if I can actually attach one. So let me show you. So when you go up and you get all the points where you want them, you try and be very sparing with the points. You want to make sure that you obviously get your glyphs to activate first of all, but then you want to really try and get to the next board as fast as you can. You don't want to fill it out. You want to try and spend as little points as you can, but while still picking up all the important things. So all the damage things, the damage resistance, whatever you feel like you need, and then just trying to use as little points as you can to progress to the next board, and thus giving yourself some more legendary node options, giving yourself more glyphs, and just more of these rare nodes, as they are quite powerful. So what I'm saying is, once you get to a board attachment, you will fill it up right into there. That's going to give you 5 of each stat. And then if I go and click there, you can then go ahead and connect a board. So there is 8 boards overall for every class. They all have different ones. I'm just going to preview this one for an example to show you guys. So this is what it would look like if I was to connect it to that. And then you can actually go ahead and rotate this board. See how there's the glyph socket, there's the legendary node. So say now I really wanted to get that legendary node fast. We rotate it around so it's as close as we can get to the side of here. So like 1, 2, you just need a couple of points to like make your way around there to grab that legendary node. So if I was really trying to go for that, then I would rotate the board to go for that. But instead, if I wanted the glyph socket, you see now it's all around the other side. So we rotate it around a bit, and there it's like really fast to get to that glyph socket, as well as this rare node, and then that one's not too far away either. So that would be a very powerful way to like just rotate it around to make sure that you can connect to it with the least amount of points, like I've said before. And then you can actually work your way out the top there, connect another one. You can connect as many Paragon points as you have. I think maybe 5 or 6 boards is probably what most like fully decked out builds will be able to achieve. I think that's on the later scale. For my build currently, let's see, I'm level 80 right now, and I believe I still need to connect another board. Frigid Fate maybe, I think is what I was going for. Yeah, Frigid Fate. And then I'm gonna work my way into the glyph socket there and get some, where's the vulnerable damage I was looking at? Cold resist, potion healing. Yeah, I might play around with this one. I'll see how many points I have left. I have this all worked out for me already on a website. There's another good thing for you guys is to use the default plan if you don't feel like spending all your gold and stuff, because you can take these points out. It just costs a little bit of refunding. So if we go there, you right click and it costs you 9k per node, and obviously you can see I have a lot of nodes in there. So it will cost you a bit of gold. Let's see if I have a default planner up for you guys. Little sneak peek at this build I'm working on, but you can just go to default planner, defaultbuilds.gg. I'll leave it in the website for you, in the description for you guys, and there is a Paragon board there, and you can go through it all, and you can click it, and you just play around with it like that. So this is what I'm going to look like eventually on my Paragon board. Let's see, we're right. What have we got? We got these three. Let's have a comparison. So yeah, I'm missing 2 more boards. I'm going to connect 2 more boards on mine eventually. So that just shows you where it comes from and then where it's going to end with your Paragon board. But this is probably becoming a pretty lengthy video. Hopefully I was able to make it a little bit easier for you guys to understand. If you have any questions, ask them down below in the comments, as well as join the Discord. We're trying to build up the community there and help you guys out with LFG, with groups, group playing stuff, power leveling, questions, just whatever you want to know. Come and join the Discord. Let's get it popping. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please drop a like and a sub, and I will catch you beautiful people on the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying.